Right. Listen close. The pharma giants and their pet regulators, MHRA, FDA, EMA, have this whole thing sewn up. They let companies write the labels, bury the horrors that show up after the drug hits the streets. People end up in hell. Psychotic breaks, akathisia that makes you want to climb the walls, violent urges, and they're told it's their underlying condition. Nonsense. SSRIs? Marketed as sunshine in a pill, but for too many, they're a one-way ticket to a bad trip that never ends. Time to call this out for what it is, a scandal. These aren't mild side effects. We're talking full-on bad trips, hallucinations where walls breathe, shadows stalk you, paranoia that feels like the world's closing in. Akathisia hits like electric restlessness. You can't sit still, your skin crawls. Mind races to dark places. Add in violent nightmares or sudden disinhibition, and people do things they'd never dream of sober. Pharma shrugs, calls it rare. Rare? Hardly. It's happening, and they've known for years. SSRIs jack serotonin, like LSD does, but without the enlightenment, just the nightmare version. Flood the brain, and for some, it flips the switch to psychosis, agitation, or worse. Healthy people turn suicidal. Others get trapped in endless distorted reality. The science links it, but the companies shuffle data, bury reports. It's not therapy, it's chemical roulette with loaded chambers, and patients are the ones pulling the trigger. They bang on about serotonin imbalance like it's gospel. Pump in too much via SSRIs, and you get chaos, psychotic symptoms, unbearable agitation, that feeling of impending doom. Go back to the 50s. Ruserpine dropped serotonin and triggered suicides. Now we overload it and get the same dark endpoint, yet the labels stay scrubbed clean. Gross negligence doesn't even cover it. Don't just take my word. Hear the people who've lived it. One on Prozac, walls breathing, invisible forces chasing. Another, violent nightmares so real they wake up screaming. Mix in alcohol. Disinhibition kicks in. Uncharacteristic violence, assaults, even homicides from people who'd never heard a fly before. Cases documented, yet warnings are vague whispers. These aren't statistics. They're shattered lives. Zoloft cranks someone into serotonin toxicity. Extreme agitation, violent dreams, ends in suicide. Escitalopram hits another with instant psychosis. Reality fractures. They're polydrugged for a year to treat what the pill caused. Add the bus crash horrors. Driver on paroxetine. Akathisia-fueled rage. 22 kids dead. These aren't isolated tragedies. They're the pattern pharma desperately hides. Look at Study 329. Ghost-written garbage, buried agitation and suicides, still cited in guidelines. Healthy volunteers. 1 in 10 suicidal on these drugs. Data cooked. Red dots manipulated like a bad magic trick. Regulators knew, did nothing. It's not oversight failure, it's complicity. Time to demand every retracted study gets the spotlight it deserves. Their favorite line, anecdotes aren't science. Straight out of the deflection manual, same one used to dismiss horrors for decades. Deny, delay, shred evidence. Regulators block label updates. Alcohol warnings stay weak while disinhibition leads to real violence. It's a bigger stitch-up than most scandals, and patients pay the price in blood. Ruserpine in the 50s caused suicides by messing serotonin. SSRIs overload it and deliver the same grim result: akathisia, psychosis, bizarre violence, axe attacks, shootings from people who were never violent before, pharma profits, history loops. 1 in 10 suicidal isn't a glitch, it's baked in, and they still push these on kids. Stats scream it. Regulators dropped the ball on SSRIs. Volunteers hit suicidal ideation hard, yet labels get polished. Ghostwriting, retracted studies, conflicts everywhere. This isn't incompetence, it's deliberate. Time to force every dirty secret into the open, starting with those buried trials. Enough sitting quiet. Flood the platforms. Share these truths. Be the one who breaks the spell. Demand akathisia warnings, psychosis labels, real alcohol cautions. Your voice, your story, it stops the next tragedy. Join the push. Make them feel the heat. SSRIs aren't miracles. They're risks dressed in marketing lies. Bad trips, psychosis, akathisia suicides, pharma shakes when we expose it all. Spread this wide, dig into the evidence, question every pill pushed. Thoughts without action change nothing. Let's make them accountable. Don't let it be you next.